So hello Flosstube, I hope you are all doing well. I thought that I would film today and just try to sum up what has been happening for me. Now we're nearing the end of the month of June, and for me it has been quite eventful when it comes to cross stitching. I have started up a few projects and I'm just feeling my way through here, but yeah, I'm just gonna start with the first one, which is my main project, so to speak. It is of course A Stitch in Time by Amy Stewart, and I have stitched this much so far. So I have been switching kind of between parking and then cross country, and now I'm thinking I'm doing some sort of a mix between the two, like I do cross country within the row, because I don't know if you can see this, it's kind of, if you travel too far with the cross country method and the threads can get caught on the back, which kind of pulls a bit on the fabric, which I don't like. And that is why I'm sort of mixing it up a bit, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do the cross country, and if I have to travel more than 3 squares, either way I just park it, because when you park it you do have a little bit of leeway, so to speak. Like if you get caught on the back in the thread, there's a little bit of more give if you have the thread parked. So yeah, I'm experimenting a bit, but yeah, I'm loving this. It's funny to see, well, funny but interesting to see how much more fabric there is to go. So yeah, this is just the start. I did start this on the 19th of May. I've been stitching on this for about 12 days. And when I say days, it just means that for one day I sat down and stitched on this project, maybe for half an hour, maybe for 6 hours, and that I don't know. I don't keep that close a record of that, but yeah, about 12 days all in all I've stitched on this. And now, since I invested in the pattern keeper, I can tell you that I have so far stitched 4,546 stitches, which is not even 1%. So that is 0.64% of the total. Yeah, there are over 700,000 stitches in this project, but I'm having so much fun. 25 count even weave, DMC, floss, yeah, and this will keep me and you company for a long time ahead, and I'm so happy. I was considering, because the way the pattern is set up, like the first row of the whole pattern or the whole image is spring, then it's summer, and then it's autumn, and then it's winter. So for a brief second there I considered stitching vertical and just continuing down, so I can do spring and summer now, and then maybe follow the season into fall and winter. But then no, I mean, since I'm working in rows here, I mean, this is gonna show up with the page break and stuff like that. So I think I kind of wanna, yeah, I think I'm gonna work on the spring section and just finish the spring section and then move on to summer, because there's, in the image itself, there's a clear break or a very appropriate place to break. So I think I'll do that. I did see one other floss tuber who did this, and she started with the winter, so at the bottom, and oh my god, it's beautiful. So I can't wait to get there. But yeah, So yeah, I'm gonna complete the spring section first. Okay, moving on to the next one, because I did then need a little bit of break from the confetti. So I started my Grumpy Red Fairy by Jasmine Beckett Griffith from Heaven and Earth Design, this one too. And this one stitches up much faster, of course, because it is less confetti and it's also much smaller. I have come this far for now, and this is again 25 count even weave, and yeah, this is fun to stitch because I mean this is not just one color, and it's actually 2 or 3 I think, but with a little bit more color blocking you can stitch faster, you get up the speed up, and yeah. So it's a little bit confetti here and there, but it's not too bad, so it's going kind of fast. I started this 30th of May. I've stitched on this for 11 days, and I have stitched 6,938 stitches, which is on this work, it's 18% of the whole thing. So yeah, this one is gonna stitch up kind of pretty fast, I think, but yeah, this is super fun. This is super fun. So I'm enjoying this a lot. And then I felt the need, of course, to start another Heaven and Earth design. So I did start my other one, the fitting. Now the fitting is I haven't had time. Well, had time. I haven't spent that much time on it, but I will. It's another. It's not super big, but it's a little bit bigger. So here we are. Yeah. So this is how far I've come. Now this color I actually don't know. It's not white. It's not ivory. It didn't have a name, but it's, and I don't know how it, no, it's not showing up, but it's the color is not showing up on camera, I think, but it's more like it reminds me a little bit of a tea dye, or yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's a even weave Lugana anyways. Yeah, I spent 4 days only on this one, so only 2,052 stitches, which is about 0.6% of the total piece. So yeah, but again, I mean, Heaven and Earth 25 count, that's my jam, so to speak. I really, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot, but I did sort of I don't know, it got out of control. I started up several more. For me it's a lot, for some of you it's not a lot, but for me it's a lot, so I didn't get to spend that much time on this one. I will take my time with this. I'm in no rush, and yeah, and like you say, well, a lot of you said, and so it's not for me, but it, you know, it won't get finished unless you start it. So I started it, so hopefully I will finish it. Not soon, but eventually we'll get there. Okay, so moving on. So I thought maybe I should just take a little bit of break and not do another Heaven and Earth design, which is why I also started the hedgehogs. And it is a smaller design, and it's a very fun and cutesy design. It's a kit from Riolis, and yeah, again I'm doing this a little bit of a kind of cross country, but also a little bit of parking, as you can see. I did start stitching on this from the middle first, but then I got confused. I confused myself a lot, a lot. So I just thought, no, not gonna do that. I'm just gonna start over. I'm just gonna go into my regular way of working, like row by row, to just not getting too much stress and confusion going on. So yeah, this is what I did, and I really like it. This face is really cute. This is his paw, and yeah, there's of course back stitching on this later to get all his little spikes. There are also, I mean, this is wool. It's the first time that I stitch with wool, so it's very interesting, and I like it. So most of the design is stitched with the double thread wool, full crosses, but then here and there are some full crosses with a single thread, so that does give a little bit of depth, I think, a little bit more 3D effect, kinda. And then there's also single threaded tent stitches, so yeah, but nothing too complicated. I like it. It's stitching up pretty fast. So I have spent about 5 days on this, like here and there. This is a paper pattern, and yeah, I've been watching a few videos about importing paper patterns into Pattern Keeper or into, what do you call it, the Keynote app and stuff like that. No, I'm just stitching from the paper. It's kind of big, but you just fold it and fiddle with it a bit, and it's, yeah, it's fine. So I don't know how many percent, but like you can see, it's not that big. This is the whole thing. And yeah, like I said, wool floss 14 count Ada is what came with this kit, and I'm enjoying it really. Yeah, so I did want to also start up a little bit more summery one. We're in the middle of summer, and I had this just lying around. I've had it for a while, so I thought I would, yeah, give it a go. It's a Host of Puppies. It's by Mary Dipnall and it's from the Maya collection. And I haven't made that much progress, but a little bit. So on the image that I hopefully inserted before, this image is a bit cropped, so you don't get the whole sky and stuff. But what I like about this is also that, like, the single threaded tent stitches give such a sheer and translucent effect from the more compact leaves and stuff like that. So yeah, I like it a lot. The only thing with this pattern is it's a bit slower to stitch because there are mixed stitches when you need to do different colors on top of the other, some with just one single thread and then double thread over, or vice versa. There's also, ooh, yeah, further down there's going to be some French knots. I don't like French knots. It's mostly because I can't do them. I've watched multiple what do you call them, tutorials about how to do French knots. I just, you know, I mean, I get one kind of right and looking kind of nice, and then like the 5 next ones after that look, ooh, not good. So yeah, now this one is contains both double threaded French knot and a single threaded. Now the single threaded you can sort of get away with just tying actually a knot, because the effect on the overall pattern is yeah, it's kind of the same, so I might do that. I don't know. There's also some back stitching in this, but this one is gonna take me a while just because sometimes I think that the chart gets complicated with the different threads, and sometimes I don't really understand what they mean, but I'm sort of working around that. So yeah, anyways, this is a kit. So it came with the anchor floss, and this is a 16 count Ada. I started it on the 8th of June, and I've spent about 2 days on this only. So yeah, that's it. And for actually the hedgehogs, I started June 10th, I realize now, so after this one. But I spent more days on the hedgehogs than I have on this. So yeah, we'll see. I will take my time with this, because yeah, sometimes I can't be bothered with you know, different threads going in different directions and over and under and stuff like that. So we'll see. And then yeah, I started another one, and this one was a surprise even for me, kinda, because I have been wanting to start a sampler for quite a while. I just haven't had the time or the I would like to say the courage, but I have seen this one on YouTube, on Flosstube, and it's of course Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. So yeah, so I was a bit, I wouldn't say scared, but nervous kinda when I started this, because it seems, I mean, samplers have a lot of people stitching on samplers are like, ooh, super professional, and they seem to know exactly what they're doing, which I don't most of the time. And I know that for the most part, if you're stitching samplers, you're not gridding. I have noticed when I'm watching your videos, and yeah, but I need it. I need the grid. It gives me the opportunity to just check myself quite often, so I'm not one off. And if I have the grid, I don't have to count. I can just look up and see, okay, there's 2 rows, and then I don't have to count back or up. So yeah, maybe this is not the right way, but it works for me. So I did grid. I'm stitching this on 18 count Ada that I just had at home. I am surprised how much I like this. I wasn't sure for the sampler thingy, but yeah, this is so much fun and addictive, because when you do full coverage, every stitch has its place and you see the image grow. But with this, it's like every stitch is really standing out, and you can see every stitch where it has its place. It's more clear, I would say, with this than with the other. So yeah, I am liking this. So there we are. So we'll see. I did start this on the 11th of June. I've spent 7 days on this one, having just a blast, actually. I've stitched so far, because this pattern imported easily into Pattern Keeper. So I stitched, this is, I've stitched 3,540 stitches, which is 4.58%. So for my first sampler, maybe I should have chosen a smaller one, but no, I wanted to start this one, so you know, just go for it. I am stitching this with this wonderful silk floss. I really enjoy stitching with this. This I ordered from Mrs. Ceres on Etsy, and the color is peacock, and it comes, well, she has these mega hanks or skeins, whatever you want to call them, that I really enjoy. Instead of having all these little ones, you just get this big one. You have all the threads. Now I just cut it once to get this length, because I'm stitching this with 2 threads, which means that I can use the loop start method. And also, if I would ever want to stitch just with single, I'm just gonna pull a few out and cut them in half instead of cutting all of it in half. I think it gives me more options if I do it that way. So yeah, but I really recommend this floss. It's lovely. You can find this store on Etsy, of course. So if you haven't tried it, please do. It's so nice to work with. It's silky and smooth, but it's not tangly. It's yeah, wonderful. And I really like this color. This color was pretty much true to the image, which is, I know, not easy when you're hand dyeing stuff. So yeah, I love this. And I am on a no buy until 2024 kind of, but I did order some more floss from this company, a variegated floss, so I'm hoping that I can use for another sampler, because yeah, I'm finding this style of stitching, it's this is fun, and you make progress kind of fast. You don't have to think too much, you just look at the pattern and stitch away. If you do it monochrome with just the one color, you don't have to think too much, you don't have to look if you have the right thread and the right symbol. It's, yeah, I'm enjoying it so much. So yeah, there we go. I'm definitely gonna start some more samplers. I have another long dog. Actually, I have 2 patterns from long dog samplers. So I'm definitely gonna start one of those. I have a few smaller ones too, so I might do a small one, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, okay. So that is what I have for today. If you have questions, please leave them in the comment section. I might have missed some information, but yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 whips, which is a lot for me. For me, it's not. I don't. Yeah. So I'm also working my way around a little bit about how much I spend on each, and I've been first thinking maybe I should have a fixed rotation, but then no, like with a Host of Puppies, I think I have trouble seeing myself spending more than like a day here and there on it. Whereas like with this, I could spend like many days in a row just stitching on this one. So we'll see. So maybe you'll see a lot of this one popping up on the Stitch with Me's. I will. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking now because I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So if you have more questions, if there's something that you think I missed, just leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you will have a great summer, and hopefully I also see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.